Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to The 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now. And topping the list for us tonight, a weekend crash claiming a young woman's life. And today we learned she's the daughter of Knoxville City Councilman Andrew Roberto. That crash, a head-on wreck, also sending 4 more people to the hospital. You have been showing you the scene since last night, the wreck happening on Schaefer Road in West Knox County. Sheriff's Office telling us last night investigators believe a vehicle crossed the center line. Deputies adding that speed and alcohol were thought to be contributing factors, and at last check, charges were pending. Now, just before noon, the Sheriff's Office revealed the name of the young woman killed in the crash, Kylie Roberto, a 21-year-old from Knoxville. Around that time, her family put out a statement on social media. Andrew and Sarah Roberto writing in part, quote, "Kylie was exceptionally beautiful inside and out, the most kind and caring soul whose loss is unimaginable." And big answers tonight in a plane crash that we brought you as breaking news during the 7 on Friday. The Federal Aviation Administration now reporting that one person, the pilot of the plane, died. As we've told you, this crash happened around 6:45 Friday. That's when people in the Claxton area started calling 911, claiming that aircraft parts and even luggage had landed in their yards, scattered all across several miles in the Claxton-Powell area. Another caller told dispatchers they heard a low-flying aircraft and a loud noise shortly after. After a short search, first responders were able to locate the wreckage in the woods behind Gadsden Town Lane off Clinton Highway. Now, deputies found the pilot, James Scarlett, in the wreckage. He was pronounced dead at the scene. According to the FAA, Scarlett had departed McGee-Tyson Airport around 6:15 Friday, headed to Grand Rapids, Michigan. The recovered plane has now been taken to Atlanta so that the FAA and NTSB can further examine and hopefully discover a cause of the crash. As for James Scarlett, we are now learning he was the CEO of Scarlett Incorporated, a manufacturing solutions company based in Grand Rapids. A spokesperson with Scarlett Incorporated posted the devastating news on social media this morning, saying, quote, "James was not only a remarkable leader, but also a cherished friend and mentor to many within our company and beyond. His absence will be deeply felt throughout the industry." A big push to protect highway workers takes the next spot on our list. You can see it here behind me in the form of this collection of orange construction barrels set up along I-640. The display is part of National Work Zone Awareness Week. Now, they represent the 113 TDOT workers who have died in the line of duty. Not only does this week highlight the importance of workers, but drivers as well. There have already been 29 incidents of drivers crashing into construction vehicles in Tennessee this year, and last year, 22 people died in work zone crashes. But TDOT is not the only one advocating for construction workers' safety. According to a safety instructor at Teamsters 519, instances like these happen too frequently.
Cars have came by within just a matter of inches, and they're standing on the side of the road. And so, that's not a good feeling. And you think about what could have happened with just a matter of inches. And then I've heard of stories where that there's been construction workers rear-ended. And these are just individuals that are not paying attention in these job sites, construction zones.
TDOT this week stressing the importance of moving over, sharing the road, and keeping an eye out for the people who are working on making your daily lives easier. Well, a big controversy brewing at a high school in Anderson County. A high school principal resigns following an investigation into whether student records were changed so the student could graduate. Tonight, Daniel Jenkins, former principal of Clinton High School, saying he looks forward to the facts coming to light and clearing his name. We first learned about the investigation from a post on the Anderson County Schools Facebook page, revealing that a teacher has also been suspended. Anderson County Schools still investigating and talking with the state education department. Now, according to Anderson County Schools, the school system says that since student records are confidential, the district cannot say anything more, but it is promising a full report to come out at a school board meeting as of Friday. Assistant Principal Amanda Powers was named interim head principal of Clinton High School for the rest of the year. We are continuing our coverage of the fallout due to the Change Healthcare cyber attack. You may remember the cyber attack happened on February 21st by a group known as Black Cat. In our previous reporting, we told you how providers and pharmacies are still feeling the impacts weeks later. Hospitals are also on that list. Experts tell us part of the reasoning the cyber attack impacted much of the healthcare system is because Change Healthcare is involved in over a third of all healthcare transactions across the country. Rodney Adams with the Tennessee Hospital Association spoke with us about challenges hospitals are still experiencing.
Change Healthcare is one of the largest clearinghouses, and clearinghouse company that serves as a liaison between the provider and the payer to transmit claims for payment. They're one of the largest clearinghouses in the country, and they were down for 5 to 6 weeks. So what we've seen is a tremendous amount of cash flow issues for the hospitals who did use Change Healthcare.
Adams added hospitals are already facing cash flow issues following the pandemic and staffing shortages. Again, we'll continue to follow this, and you can follow the story as well on WATE.com. Knoxville Fire Department is hiring right now, looking for around 30 new firefighters, EMTs, paramedics to help serve the community. So if you're looking for a career in public service, now's your chance. Fire department is about to lose approximately 15 members, many of the older firefighters deciding to retire. So KFD has been recruiting on social media and at local job fairs. Assistant Chief Mark Wilbanks tells us it's a job that requires lots of hard work but can be incredibly rewarding.
We're looking for 30 folks that are really motivated, that want to be firefighters, that are interested into working with a all-hazard organization, meaning doing EMS. We do car crashes, we do hazardous materials, we do rescue services. So we don't just do firefighting. And one of the biggest things is we're out in the community very regularly talking to folks about safety and things like that. It is the best job in the world.
We should point out here, starting pay $40,000 a year, and that's before you graduate from the academy. You get a bump after you graduate. We're told KFD also offers tuition reimbursement and a good benefits package. If you're interested, head to the City of Knoxville's website. Our final Big 7 story for you, a complaint from a prisoner leads to criminal charges against a former corrections officer that go beyond the bars of the jail. David Berquin faces charges of sexual exploitation of a minor and bringing a banned item into the jail. More charges are expected to be filed in the weeks ahead. Now, this is according to Anderson County District Attorney Dave Clark, who says the investigation started when a female prisoner claimed Berquin sexually assaulted her in her jail cell. Tennessee Bureau of Investigation was called in at that point. Berquin was put on administrative leave without pay and later fired. TBI agents did not specify what Berquin brought into the detention center, but we noticed that Berquin is charged with possession of a telecommunications device in a jail. Agents say they also found what's described as child sex abuse material in Berquin's possession. He was arrested Saturday. This afternoon, he is out on bond. Now, Sheriff Russell Barker putting out a statement that reads in part, "It is a somber day when we have to arrest one of our own, but it also demonstrates the conviction here that nobody is above the law." Of course, we'll be sure to keep track of Berquin's case as it moves through court.